Have you ever considered the importance of the early books of Daniel? I think a lot of times we think that the early books of Daniel are kind of Sunday school stories, and the second half is prophetic, so that's for the adults. But maybe you might reconsider and think that those early chapters help us to understand how we're to live through oppressive times. You see, the nation of Israel was brought into bondage by the Babylonians, and they were severely oppressed. The government was just lording over them. And in chapter 1, you'll see that it was about the food. In chapter 3, it was about their worship. And so in Daniel chapter 3, find it extremely interesting here that Nebuchadnezzar sets up a image. And the instruction is that at this image, we're going to cue the music, and when that happens, everyone is going to bow and worship at the cue of the political leaders. Well, they cued the music, and everybody bowed except for 3. This did not make Nebuchadnezzar very happy. So these boys had a talking to. They would not change their mind. Notice what they say. In Daniel 3:16, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said unto the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. What they were saying is, we're not full of care. We're not anxious about this. Why? If it be so, our God, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, he will deliver us out of thy hand, O king. But if not, be it known unto thee, O God, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. They're saying is, we're not going to bow. Either the Lord is going to be with us, or we're going to be with him. Either way, we're good. We've made up our minds. We are going to be faithful to God regardless. This infuriated Nebuchadnezzar. He had the furnace turned up 7 times hotter. And when they cast these 3 young men into the furnace, the men that cast them in died. But then as they looked, they saw a 4th man, one as such as the Son of Man, glowing in there with them. Who was that? None other than Jesus Christ, there with them. They had no doubt that he would be there through their fiery trials. They had full assurance and confidence. And because they stood, because they would not bow, because they would not respond to every cue of the political leaders in the government and the ruler at this time, their testimony lives on today. If they would have bowed like everyone else, we'd have never heard. They'd have never had a testimony. We'd have never been encouraged by the boldness. But we have it. And it's awesome. And so these early chapters in Daniel, could they be there to show us how we're to live through these difficult times that are going to be prophesied later on? We know in the end that Jesus Christ will prevail against all the kingdoms. And those that are faithful will rule and reign with him during the millennial reign. Not a question about that. But what will we do today? What will we do today? May God bless you. Appreciate you listening to this. Hopefully it's encouraging. If it is, share it. God bless you.